Hi everybody, it's me with my review of Captain America Brave New World. I have just come back from seeing it, and usually what I do now is I tell you about the trailers before I get into the movie itself, and I'm not going to give you any spoilers. I'm simply going to tell you about the movie itself. Now, the trailers did show the Fantastic Four movie, which I'm completely looking forward to. Of course, Thunderbolts movie, which I couldn't imagine would be anything other than at least exciting. And a couple of other things I don't really care about. And the reason that I've said before is the reason I'm going to say now, because United States cinema is shit. So instead of giving you films, they got to give you these talkies, these entertaining type voiceovers that don't shut the fuck up and let you watch a movie, which is what cinema is supposed to be. It's supposed to be motion pictures, but apparently the producers here in the United States are either idiots or think that the majority of the United States is just stupid as hell, and they have to tell you everything. They have to hold your hand through everything. So that's not cinema. The closest thing you're going to get to cinema in this day and age, unfortunately, would be the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So that leads me to the next topic, Brave New World. It's about change. It's about growth in many ways. But for the most part, I can see why people would have a problem with it. It doesn't focus specifically on Captain America. I mean, it does, but he's not fighting one of his own villains, because it's almost as if Captain America meets the Red Hulk. And for me, I get the reason behind it. I get the reason because, as I've said, the plot is about change. Thaddeus Ross's change, and so on and so forth. And that's all I'm going to give you. Now, it's exciting. It's fun. I love fight scenes. I love all that shit. That's why I watch these movies. That's great. Everything about it is good. It's a fundamentally solid film. So what do I have to say that's negative? Nothing. I have nothing to say that's negative. Really, I don't. I have nothing negative to say. That's it. It's that simple. It's a nice movie. It's compact. It's concise. It has a lot going on and gets it done in less than 2 hours. What else could you ask for? It's not a Valentine's Day movie, but whatever. No Marvel Cinematic Universe movie really is a Valentine's Day movie, but it's still a whole lot of fun, and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed every second of it. I would see it again. Excuse me while I have my second puberty hit and my voice keeps changing and cracking like crazy. But whatever the case, I really enjoyed it. And it was a solid film. It's not the best Captain America film. That would probably be either Civil War or Winter Soldier. You see, this is the thing. And I was saying this in the car on the way home. I'm not into Captain America. I'm not into comic books. I read them specifically to do research for this. I'm a guy, and I like fights. I like guys fighting each other, trying to kill each other. I like to see, as I've said before, the best do what they do best. So I love the martial arts movies and everything, and they could be stupid like The Matrix and what have you. Although The Matrix did have some quality directing and, to an extent, writing, the movies are fucking moronic. And that's fine. That's fine, because it's like a comic book. It's like a cartoon. It's just fun. And cinema should be art, and it should be taken seriously for the most part, but the United States sucks at it. So to just have a good time, thrill ride, I accept that too. It's fine. It's like video games, which are supposed to be fun, but everybody in the United States wants to take too fucking seriously, and then they destroy the cinematic universes, and they destroy the gaming universes, and then they complain that they're all destroyed. Well, you're the ones destroying it because you're the influencers. 706 subscribers and me giving you facts ain't going to change anything. But you and your gated communities and your hundreds of thousands of subscribers and millions of views and everything, you're the ones that they listen to. And you continually shoot yourselves in the foot because you just want to react to things for the views. you ruin everything, and then you complain it's ruined. So I can get into that, and I will one of these days. But when it comes to this movie, there is nothing that you can say that's really negative outside, as I've mentioned, it doesn't focus on Captain America's villains. It focuses on Incredible Hulk's villains. And that's okay. Because Civil War didn't focus on really any villains but one, Zemo. And people complained about that whole thing, about he went through all that just to come up with this one plan. He planned this. Yeah, it's a movie, all right? It's not meant to be taken literally. Even though you guys love using that word constantly, which I talked about, but whatever. Oh, by the way, I just thought I would mention this. The reason why I'm doing the webcam is because I'm tired of that Power Director watermark sitting on all my videos, so I'm just doing this until I finally stop being a cheap son of a bitch and just buy the damn thing. But so for now, you're going to have to deal with the grainy webcam. I'm sorry. But whatever the case. So there's nothing really wrong with this film. Now, I am sure, in fact, I've already seen it, that the more popular channels, who don't have a fucking clue what they're talking about for the most part, they're already complaining and saying this movie is garbage, it's trash, it's a complete mess, and blah, blah, blah. And they'll probably use the same tired words over and over again. Pacing. They're going to talk about the pacing. But really, it's going to come down to one thing. No matter what their second-rate film classes taught them or what they've heard from other popular channels, the reason they don't like it is because they don't like Anthony Mackie, since he apparently said he doesn't like the United States. According to them, he said Captain America is not about America, it's about me, or it's about pride and honor and everything, because I'm a commie cunt. That's what they translated it into. That's not what he said, but that's what they translated it into. So at this point, because of a bad preliminary screening like 2 years ago, and because of him saying that Captain America is not about America, these people are going to squeal like little bitty duckbill platypus pigs and start complaining that they don't like the characters. Who am I rooting for? Who is this for? And all their stupid bullshit geek PC jerk-off whining that they do all the time. Please do yourselves a favor. Turn it off. Okay? Turn it off. Because they don't know what they're talking about. They think every movie has to be G.I. Joe and Saturday morning cartoons. They think every movie has to have life lessons for children. Every hero has to be really good, and every villain has to be really bad, and there can't be any deviation from that. And if they don't like the people that are acting in the movies, then they just don't like the movie. So they're children. They're grown children. That's what nerds are. Nerds are grown children. And they don't know anything about much. Just play an online competitive game with them for 5 minutes and you'll see they have no clue what they're doing about anything, but they'll be the first to bitch. So I'm telling you, as a critic who knows about writing and knows about film and knows about cinematography, I am telling you, it is a fundamentally solid film. There is nothing wrong with it. If you choose to spend the $5,000 it costs to see a movie in the United States today, I would say, especially if you're a Marvel Cinematic Universe fan, take a peek. You got a couple of really big things happening this year. It's a nice start to the new year, to 2025. Have at it. It's fun. It introduces new things coming, and they are intriguing. So if you want to see the next line of MCU movies, of course you got to go see it. If you want a nice thrill ride, it's not going to disappoint you. If you're going to complain about wokeness and Disney and the MCU and MCU and everything, don't go see it, right? Just don't. Just don't bother. You're going to just complain. But if that's what you like, if you're a sadomasochist that thinks Elden Ring and Black Myth Wukong are the greatest games of all time because you want to strangle yourself 1,000 times before you get through the end of it, then go see it to be angry. Whatever. It's up to you. But I'm telling you, it is a solid film, and it is enjoyable. So you take what you want from that. I thank you all for watching. I have more for you soon to come, so stay tuned, take care, and have a great day.